Hey guys, so recently I found my old collection of Schleich. I used to collect Schleich before I got into Briars, so these, I have a pretty good collection, a pretty decent amount of retired, now mostly, models, and I thought it would be fun to open them up now that I've found them and actually have a little bit of room to display them if I want. I'm not totally sure what kind of condition these are in. They've been sitting in these boxes. Shout out to my mom who works in a school for the great Crayola boxes. I packed them in. They've been sitting in here for about a year now, but they were pretty much boxed up before that anyway. So I haven't seen them in a while and I'm not sure how they survived the move and being thrown around in storage for a while. So we're gonna go and see. I have a lot of accessories and other animals. I have some like elephants and giraffes and all that. And I have a barn and a stable, but I decided that those can probably stay in storage for now. And I'm just going to open up the horses because that's the most fun part. And just off the bat, they look pretty decently packed. Like, I don't really remember doing this that much. Some of them, I don't know. Some of them might have not had a very good journey, but we will see because I can see a lot of them peeking out here. So, just off the bat, first of all, I've got this paint horse. These are all obviously my childhood carpet herd because I started collecting a lot of these when I was very young, and a lot of them are super beat up, particularly this guy, which I was super disappointed about because I loved this model, still do, but he ended up getting this like ring around his nose somehow. It's like red and it's all the way around, and he's obviously a little beat up and whatever, but he was one of my favorites for sure. As you can tell, he's had some love. And I just got like this, got the little Falabella pony, also retired. I think like all of these are retired at this point. I don't think I have a couple of the newer ones, but I don't really like the newer ones that much because the quality of them just went down a lot, and I don't know, I think a lot of people who collect Schleich can really attest to that. Yeah, a lot of these are super beat up. So like you can see this guy, he's got like scratches. Still super cute though, the little grazing Arabian foal. And then I also have this little like China in here. I'm not sure what he is. If anybody can let me know. That's a little Happy Mare. Super beat up too. I know there are more that are a little bit better quality. This one I really liked as well. She came with like dressage set, or yeah, I think she came with a dressage set for the longest time, like tack and everything, and then they turned her into like a vaulting horse for a while. But yeah, aw, super beat up. Still super cool though. These guys, oh, there's a Falabella foal. I think this is a felt pony foal, I'm not sure. Oh man, it makes me so sad how beat up these all are. Another Arabian foal. Super cute little guy. These two are some of my oldest ones I've ever gotten. This was one of the first sets I ever got. As you can tell, so loved. Like, definitely a lot of body quality. Lost an ear. I was really disappointed when she lost her ear because whatever. But then she ended up, you know, when you're playing as a kid, being that horse that had the missing ear, and it just became her thing. Wow. And then the Lipizzaner stallion to go with her. Holy. Yep, very loved. So in this next section is my absolute all-time favorite when I got him. This guy. There's been a couple releases on this mold since, but I think they changed the mold and it's a little bit different now. And they're kind of like cheaper plastic. But I remember like the shading on this guy and his markings and everything, I was like so in love with. And I still am, like he's still easily one of my favorite ones I think I own. He's got some ear rubs, which is very sad. But overall, he's still in pretty decent condition. And we got a little Shetland pony. This one too, also one of my favorites. She's a little bit newer. Like she's kind of starting to get that like new plasticky style, or yeah, I'm gonna say plasticky style. You can just, the plastic just feels cheaper. And oh, yeah, I'll touch her up. This is a custom one that I did back in the day. Obviously with like super cheap paint and everything, but she still looks not too bad. And for it being like one of my first customs and with super gross paint, like she's not bad at all. You can kind of see she's got like this like the black has like a lot of, just because she's old, it's starting to get kind of dappley looking and gross, and yeah, the paint is not aging well. I could probably fix it up though, maybe if I wanted. Oh, the Dartmoor pony. This one was another one of my favorites. One of the newer-ish ones before I stopped collecting, but still definitely one of my favorites. I think I put like all my favorite ones in this one section. Oh, this guy. I think this guy's still in circulation. I don't think he's actually retired yet, but he is in that like newer style. I still really like him though. Like he's one of the ones that I definitely prefer more. There's the Dartmoor pony stallion, I think. Yeah, there he is in all his glory. I liked him too a lot. And this guy, I know a lot of people really like this one. He was very popular when he came out. I'm not sure if this mold is still... I don't think it is. I think it retired a while ago. But... the Andalusian stallion. So beat up. But still nice looking. I think this is my Arabian mare. Her nose is so rubbed. But she overall, like, she looks not too terrible. I think it's just because she's gray or white, though. Oh, here's a fun one for anyone who's been collecting Schleich for a while. She's pretty old. I remember that the gelding for the, or maybe he's a stallion, I don't know. Whatever. The stallion for these Gypsy Vanners was, he was around for like a really long time, but this mare went out so fast. And I don't know if she was around earlier than he was or what the deal was with that, but I remember she was really hard to get for the longest time. I always remember her eye being a little creepy looking though. I don't particularly like her eye on that side. I definitely like it better on that side. I feel like a lot of these are semi-repairable, like especially like the black ones, you could probably touch up some of them, but I think this is a stallion, the Shetland pony. Honestly, I was really liking a lot of the ponies that they were making. Probably like 5, 6, 7 years ago. But because they were still kind of starting to get that cheaper look to them, but they weren't bad. I don't know if they still make this mold or not. He has such like cute, derpy little short front legs. I love it. Here's another super old one that was kind of niche with the set it came from. So it came from, I don't know if I'll be able to find a picture, but it came from like a chuck wagon set. And I still have both the horses from it, and I have most of the chuck wagon, but some of the parts are missing from the harness and stuff, so I have to go back and look and see what I all still have left, but I think this paint mare was exclusive to that set. I'm not sure. I never saw her around except for in that set, so I always thought she was pretty exclusive in my mind. Little roan, quarter horse stallion. I didn't see a lot of this mold. This one was a newer mold. When I say newer, I mean like newer in my eyes. Like I know there's old retired Schleich, there's kind of those in-betweeny newer ones, and then there's the new ones, which I'm not a huge fan of, all things considered. Their conformation looks a little weird, and their eyes are super black and big, and not a huge fan anymore. But this guy was kind of in that new-ish cycle of ones they released. Here is that other mare from that Chuck Wagon set. She I think got released another time, like just as like a regular horse you could buy. I can't remember exactly, but she was walking. I remember always like thinking it was so weird because they were like harnessed up together in the set, and one was standing and one was walking. Here's, I believe, the old Clydesdale foal. I think it's a Clydesdale. I can't remember if it was, I think it was a Clydesdale. But also super old little guy. Here's the foal for that Gypsy Vanner set. Definitely one of my favorites too. I think this one was a favorite of a lot of people though. I think this was a Lusitano stallion. I don't remember totally if that was what his breed was. I'm probably gonna end up putting on screen like all the models and what year they came out and stuff, just cause. So if I'm saying it wrong, I'll put it up there right. He was super cool. I remember always thinking like obviously he looked like Spirit, so he would end up being Spirit in every single play situation I had. He was so pretty. Oh, here's one of my absolute favorites as a kid. I know this one is gonna be so much more beat up than I remember. I always called her Firefly. I cannot remember what breed she was at all, but yeah, she was always one of my favorites, and I'm so sad because she had this huge scuff on the side all of a sudden one day, and I remember being so gutted about that. I think this is the Halflinger foal. This was the very first one I ever got. This was a gift from my parents when I was like yay tall, and yeah, he was my very first little foal. This was like back when these little foals were like probably $3 or something like that. This is one of the newer ones. It's the Lipizzaner mare, I think. I don't think she's still being sold. But I really liked her, all things considering, from the newer ones when they started to release them. She's still got those like big dark eyes, but definitely one of the nicer ones in the newer. She's got those really nice braids I like too, and she's still really nice looking, but she is newer, so she wasn't absolutely beat up from me playing with her or anything. Forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. Honestly, I don't know if anyone knows how to pronounce this right, but I think this is an Aquatique Stallion. He looks surprisingly great, actually. I thought he would be a little bit more beat up. I always really liked him. He's a little bit, his legs are a little bent, but he looks really good overall. He's super yellow, or kind of green actually, but still super nice looking. Like, oh yes, the Appaloosa. I really like the paint job on this one. He is such a nice dark bay. Also one of the newish ones. He does have some like really serious rubs on his one side though, and he arrived like that, so I was really kind of sad about that, but I really like his color. Like, he's really nicely colored on again, like the mold has those like the newer big dark eyes, and he's got kind of the bigger hooves and stuff, but he's still nice, still like him. Moving on to box number 2. I already see some stands. Oh, and some Stablemate customs. So already off the bat, I see Stablemate customs in the box. This guy, I'm gonna show these off just because they're in here. This guy was a custom character or something for someone. I can't exactly remember what he was, but super, actually technically not really that bad paint job. He's got a nice like dorsal stripe, but it was just with like cheap acrylics from the dollar store, like nothing special. This was kind of the same thing for someone else, of her like character. He's also pretty cute. This is the Lipizzaner full that went with this mare and this stallion. They all came as a set, I think. Yeah, they all came as a set, so they were like this little like family. Oh, here's the Dartmoor full. Dartmoor pony full. Cute little chunk. This one is so good. Oh! Oh, I hope his paint job was botched. Yes, his paint job actually looks semi-fine. This was a custom that I did on the Percheron mold. Just all black. Classic black Percheron. But he's got the like glossy eyes. And I tried to do like the sun-kissed mane on him, which kind of didn't work out, but I ended up painting the shoes and everything. And he still looks pretty good for my Dollar Tree paint special there. Oh, here's what I was talking about. Here's another one. Oh wait, maybe this isn't the same mold. Originally I thought these two were the same mold, but they're not. They're completely different molds. You can actually really see the difference between like the newer Schleich and then the older ones. Between these two. Even just like how shiny this black one is. But this guy is obviously newer, and I liked his paint job, but his face, like the white marking wasn't even like, the white mark isn't even like opaque or anything. Like it's just, I have no idea. Oh, this is a custom somebody did for me. My friend's sister did for me a while ago of one of my horses in Red Dead. The paint looks like it's maybe not fairing. Still super cute though. I love him. He's the only one I have on this mold. I never bought any of the new ones on this mold. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce this. Well, maybe I will. Nab stripper. All you people out there who know how it's pronounced, correct me if I'm wrong. Also newer. Like you can totally tell. It looks like cow spots, really. Like there's not really any variation in his spots. He's still pretty fun though. I don't totally mind him. I believe this is another full. Yeah. So this is my Percheron full. I always really loved this one. He was another really top favorite of mine. He's pretty sweet looking. He's got really bad ear rubs though, which seems to be the trend with most of these, which I mean, it's hard to avoid ear rubs when you are playing with them. It's an extra stand for something. Another Appaloosa. This is the mare at the time. Newer generation. They all totally have a look to them. Like they have like shorter faces, and they have the big, obviously the big black eyes and the bigger ears. And they have like more stocky looking legs. Oh, if anybody collects Schleich, you'll love this one. This is a Shire. A Shire? Maybe it's a Clyde. I don't know what it was actually. I think it's a Shire. Not a Clydesdale. She was from a set with a wagon. And I'm kicking myself to this day because I still have parts of the wagon, but I think I lost some of the harness and some pieces. And obviously she's played with, but she was like the second one I ever got and so loved. And one of my favorites, always has been. but that set now is going for like so much. Here's the Percheron mare. Also very sweet looking. I liked all the color variation that they used to do too. Like they have so much shading. And they're super heavy too compared to the new ones. The new ones are really, really light. Like I don't know if they're hollow or if it's just a different kind of plastic they use. But these old ones, they're like solid. Oh, I love this set. Okay. Here's another nap stripper mare and the little nursing foal set that they had. It was super, these ones I got pretty early on too. I remember I got this one because I had the mare, they were sold separately. I had the mare and I wanted the foal so bad. And so my parents bought the foal and then they said that I could have it when my first tooth came out. So after like a week of watching this horse sit on my dad's nightstand, I finally pulled my tooth out and I got the horse. Ooh, here's a very old one as well. This was like a Palomino quarter horse maybe? I don't know what breed this one is either. He's got a big black spot on his chin, but otherwise he looks actually not bad. An Arabian stallion. Bit of an older one too. This one came with a set. Where did the foal go? I don't remember actually which foal went with this set, but this one was like this pair, and then there was a foal that went with it, or maybe it was two foals. I don't know. Can't remember. One of my favorites. Oh, he's like full of like crap on his face. What? Super weird. Anyway, he was one of my favorites. The rearing, I'm gonna assume it was like a Mustang or something. I can't remember. Stallion. It's one of my favorites as well. I say that about all of them. Like they're all my favorite. Here's the Gypsy Vanner stallion that I was talking about. That was around for a while, and the mare wasn't. This guy, I remember, was in circulation for so long. I was waiting for him to retire, and he wouldn't retire. But I always remember it looked really funny because I thought he had a little like dog bone on his side. Super cute. Oh, here's another custom. So this was another custom I did back in the day. I did the horseshoes and everything. And the face marking is pretty nice. I like the shading on this one actually. Like the belly's got like a little bit lighter, and it's got the same sheen as like normal Schleich, so I was really proud of this one because it looked like it could be a dupe, you know? Here's another super duper old one. This is the Percheron stallion. And I've had him since the dawn of time. Like, forever. Ah, here he is. I was waiting for this one to pop up. He's like super dusty or something. I'm not sure if it's like dust or if it's like some crap from the paper, or he just didn't like being in a box. But I think this is the oldest one I own. And he is like the Clydesdale, maybe he's a Shire, I don't know what he was. But he was from 2000. And I can't remember actually why I got him or where I got him, but I had two of them at one point, and then I ended up giving one to a friend who really liked this breed of horse at the time, and yeah, I just got this guy. And this is the last one I have in this box. It is the new Clydesdale, ironically. I really like this guy. I still actually do want the mare. She's still around. She's still being sold. So I might try and get her if I can get her on sale or something, but I don't think I'd ever buy Schleich at full price anymore. Because now, instead of being like $7, $8 for a horse. It's over 10. And now I'm like really into collecting briars anyway, so I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna continue this collection much. It might be like here and there. We'll see. There's all the ponies. And like I'll try and put up which ones were which on the screen just so you guys can like have a little history, I guess. I know some people are into this kind of thing and like, I don't know, it was such a big part of my horse obsession back in the day, so. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.